Welcome to how to earn free Tonic and VVS, more specifically, how to use the Tectonic and VVS Finance Defi Wallet Dapps to earn free token rewards. I'm the Analytics CTO, and although this video does not provide any financial advice, it will show you how to leverage some of the valuable tools within the Crypto.com Defi wallet. And remember, if you're interested in Crypto.com, please hit the subscribe button down below to stay current with all things Crypto.com, and for additional videos that go deeper into the Crypto.com ecosystem. Also, hit the like button if you found this video useful, and drop a comment if you have a different experience or opinion. If you're a fellow Crypto.com user, you've no doubt heard of or are using the Crypto.com Defi wallet. If you're not yet using the Defi wallet, I highly suggest checking out a previous video that will demonstrate how to earn a significant better return on your CRO. In addition to these elevated rates of return, the Defi wallet also gives users access to various dApps, or decentralized applications. The two most notable are VVS Finance and Tectonic, both of which provide the ability to stake crypto in various manners. The benefit to you is the ability to diversify the portfolio and earn different types of token as rewards. The VVS Finance app will allow you to convert your CRO into the native VVS token and then earn rewards for placing the VVS into farms or mines. Tectonic will enable you to stake CRO for a competitive rate of return, and in addition to the interest gained on the CRO, native Tonic tokens will be paid out as well. To begin, let's take a look at how to earn VVS tokens through farms and mines located within the VVS Finance app. There is a way to access VVS Finance through a web browser, but because I'm super cautious, side note, one can never be overly cautious when it comes to the security of your crypto, and connecting to the Defi wallet through the web browser requires entering the seed phrase. I prefer to access VVS directly through the Defi wallet app, which is a much easier process. In the Defi app, you can see that I have just above 600 CRO, and what we'll need to do to stake VVS is we'll need to move some CRO over to the appropriate chain. So what we'll need to do here is we'll go into the Kronos bridge, and you can see we need to migrate our CRO from the crypto.org chain over to the Kronos beta chain. So what we'll do is I'm going to take 300 CRO, and you'll see now we'll hit the transfer button, and you see the fees are very low. If you're used to Ethereum, these fees are practically non-existent compared to what you pay for Ethereum gas fees, and we'll confirm that transaction with our authenticator. And you can see now the process is underway. So we'll go back to the main page, and you can see now that there is a transaction, the bridging CRO, 300 CRO, it's a pending state. So what we'll do now is we'll flip over to our VVS Finance Dapps by hitting the Dapps icon in the middle of the UI. And from here, we'll click on trade. So we need to be able to convert this CRO now to VVS for staking. So we'll hit trade. And we'll stay on the swap page, and you can see there's my balance of 300 CRO. So I don't want to change it to USDC, I actually want to change it to VVS, so we'll go in and change the token type. Now I'll hit max, and it doesn't take the full max because it actually sees 297. It leaves some CRO behind to pay for any network fees. So we'll leave it at 297. You can see there's my rough estimate of just over 3 million VVS that I'll get in exchange for my 297 CRO. And I'll hit price just updated, so we'll accept the price update. Hit accept, and we'll hit confirm swap. Now, waiting for confirmation, it's going to ask for confirmation via on the phone. So I'll go ahead and confirm it. You can see the estimated network fee is just less than a CRO. So typically you want to have 2 or 3 extra CRO lying around. Again, that was the difference between the 297 and the 300 that were in there. So that extra 3 CRO helps to pay for any network fees. And you can see now that the transaction has successfully gone through. And you'll see there's my balance of just north of 3 million VVS in exchange. Right. So what we'll do now is we'll hit the earn button, and we'll go to mines. So there's a couple of types of mines. There's one that is manual. You have to remember to go in and claim your rewards. I prefer the auto VVS. It's stake it and forget it. It's actually a higher rate of return as well. So we'll have to enable the mine first. So you see this very small CRO network fee to enable the mine. So we'll go ahead and confirm this request. Now this particular mine has been enabled. I'll give it a few seconds here. And you'll see here there's a penalty. So if you want to withdraw your staked funds within the first 72 hours, they do take 0.1% as a penalty. So I recommend leaving it there for at least a few days, unless it's an absolute emergency. Now you see that once we've enabled it, the stake button is enabled. So we'll hit stake. And here's where you choose how much you want to stake. I'm going to stake everything. And you can see there, based on the current rates, there's my annual return, $473 on the 171 that I'm putting in. We'll go ahead and confirm that transaction. Again, this is in real time, and sometimes it takes a few seconds for this to get confirmed. There's the confirmation request. You can see now a little higher network fee, 1.9 CRO. Right. Luckily, it's just short of my 2 point something CRO balance. So again, I left 3 as a buffer. You might want to have 5 or 6 as your buffer, just to be sure that you don't run out of CRO during this process. And we'll go ahead and wait for the confirmation to take hold and the transaction to complete. Perfect. Now your funds have been staked inside of the auto stake mine on the VVS Dapp. So we'll get out of there, and there you can see at the bottom, there's the compounding. So it's almost done in every 5-6 seconds or so it updates. So you can see that's the compounding in action. All right, you can see right up the top, recent VVS profit. That's how much profit in VVS you've had since the last time you put a stake in. And if you click on the little ROI calculator, you can see that based on your current balance, it gives you the different forecasts based on the current return. That has been dropping at a regular rate. So again, this will vary, but there's your 1 day, 7 day, 30 day, 1 year, and 5 year estimates based on everything the way it is today. All right, and you can see the VVS profits have already gone up. It was 7 point something, now it's 8 point something. So very quickly it goes up. On the dashboard, you can scroll down, you can see the mines. There, you can see it updating in real time. It was at 8, now it's at 13.5. So you can see it very quickly starts to accumulate the VVS tokens. And that's it for using the mines within the VVS Finance tool. So here we are back in the VVS Finance dashboard, and we're going to click on Earn. And this time, instead of going to mines, we're actually going to go to Farms. So this is a little different. So you can use a whole bunch of different liquidity pools that you can create and stake money in. We're actually going to go in and look for the CRO VVS. So we're going to expand that. And you can see, just like the mines, we actually have to enable this farm. And it's going to confirm the transaction. You'll notice, again, pretty small network fee. One thing different between the farms and the mines, before I recommended for the mines that you had about 5 or 6 CRO on hand, I recommend 10 or more for the farms. It is a little more expensive to do this. So what we need to do now is actually stake liquidity. So we'll go in and add the liquidity to create those tokens. So you see, we'll do CRO. I have about 800 and something CRO. I'll put half, because you need an equal split between the CRO and the VVS. I'll put in 400. There's how much VVS I will need to purchase to be able to use 400 CRO. So 4,271,000. One thing when you're buying VVS, it used to require that you have to buy an even 100 amounts. So that's why I like to work with round numbers. So you see, there's the amount of VVS now that I actually have to buy. So I'm going to flip over to the swap view. And again, I'm going to look for, change the token from USDC to VVS and put in my 400. And you see now with the swap, the way it's working, it's not quite working out to the number I wanted, that 427,100. So what I'll do now is I'll just enter it manually in the VVS section, the 427,1600. And you see now it's roughly 401 CRO. So I like those numbers. I'm going to hit swap. And again, it's asking to confirm the swap. Okay, small little fee there, 1.2 CRO for the transaction. And again, another network transaction right there of 0.98. So another CRO. So that's why I recommended having at least 10 or 12 CRO for this process, because it is a little more involved than just the mines. Transaction submitted. We'll go ahead and close this out. And you'll see now that the Stake LP button is there. We'll click on the Stake LP button. And it's still saying we are missing the LP tokens. So we've actually gone to swap out the tokens, right? So we've got the CRO and the VVS. Now is actually when we create those liquidity provider tokens. All right, so now we'll put in our 427,1600. You see the input now has gone down a little bit. It's a little less than 400 CRO required. And we'll go ahead and enable VVS. That's actually going to go off now and prompt you for confirmation. Again, 0.2 CRO, nothing extreme on the fees. And again, this is in real time, so it's going to take a few seconds. So don't panic and refresh or restart. Just let it go through. Then we'll hit supply. because now we've actually gone and created those pool tokens, right? And we'll confirm the supply, and you just got the previous confirmation. But here's where we're actually going to, for staking the 400 CRO and the 4.2 million VVS, we're actually going to get just under 40,000 liquidity pool tokens. All right, 1.3 network fee again. So this probably brings us around 8 or 9 CRO just to get all these transactions done. And the transaction submitted. We'll hit close. So we've actually taken 399 CRO now and that 4.2 million VVS. We've added to a liquidity pool. We've got some liquidity pool tokens at our disposal. Now we need to go back now to that CRO VVS farm, and we have to stake those liquidity pool tokens that we just created. All right, so we'll go ahead and stake them. And you can see there's my balance, 3961. I'm going to hit max. So it's going to take everything and put it into this liquidity pool, and we'll hit confirm. And there you can see the annual ROI based on current rates. Again, these rates will probably decline over time, but for now it's a nice big return. And there's the CRO balance right there, or CRO network fee, but 7. So again, like I said, it's a little more you're a little more cost involved than the mines, but the farms definitely could be worth it because of the liquidity tokens as well as the rates of return. All right, so it's just confirming. And there we go. Your funds have now been staked in the farm. All right, so you can see already that I've earned 9.8 VVS. All right, so that's real-time monitor. It continues to update. So this is how you earn free VVS in addition to the funds that you have staked. If I want to harvest it or collect that balance, you can see that there is a cost of 6 CRO to harvest it. So this isn't something you're going to want to harvest on a regular basis. You might want to wait, a few weeks, few months. I just rejected the transaction there, but you're going to want to wait some time to make that cost efficient for you or cost effective for you to harvest those tokens. Okay, so again, 25 VVS have been earned already. So you can see that how quickly that accumulates. And like I said, if you set it and forget it and come back in a few weeks, few months, you'll be pleasantly surprised with the returns that you have on your farm. Let's take a look at how we can earn free Tonic rewards in addition to earning CRO tokens through the Tectonic app. Again, similar to VVS Finance, Tectonic is accessible through a web browser, but I prefer to use the Defi Wallet Tectonic Dapps. So in the Defi app, let's take a look now at the Tectonic Finance app. You can see we have 263 CRO. What we need to do, just like we did before, we're going to actually have to bridge those tokens to make them usable in Tectonic. So again, we'll use the funds that's available in the crypto.org chain, and we'll convert it over to the Chronos Beta. So I'm going to take I'm not going to take the max. I hit max, but I'm actually going to back it out a bit, again, just to leave some CRO behind for network fees and things like that. So I'm only going to move 260, and we'll hit transfer 260 CRO. Again, really small network fees for these type of transactions. We'll confirm to transfer. Again, we'll enter our authenticator code, and our request has been submitted. You can see the bridging CRO transaction still pending, but you can actually see that the funds are now out of my crypto.com coin balance, so I know they've moved over, even though it still says pending. So we're going to go to the Dapps page and hit Tectonic Finance, and we'll go to Tectonic. Now, this is a bit of a slow app to load, so don't get worried and close out. It does take upwards of 5 or 10 seconds to load up. Again, this is all in real time that I'm doing this, just to give you a sense of what you can expect. There's all the different types of markets as well as the supply rate. So supply rate's what we're going to be looking at. Tectonic is a platform that actually allows you to borrow crypto. I'll probably be doing a video about that in the coming weeks, but for now we're just going to focus on the supply piece. So you see at the bottom, CRO gives a nice reward of 12.69%, as well as 7.95% return back in native Tonic tokens. All right, so we'll click on CRO, and there's my supply. I've already supplied some before just to try it out. What I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to add to that supply. So you see my wallet balance, I have 261 CRO. So I'm going to hit the supply button. And there it is. So there's the UI to supply CRO. I'm going to hit max. And you see it doesn't quite put the full amount. See, it's 259 compared to my 261. Again, it leaves some CRO behind for network fees. And we'll hit supply. And it's going off and asking for confirmation, again, which will pop up on your phone. So you can see there's a network fee 1.1, and it's going to move 260 and change of CRO over. So we'll hit confirm. Transactions is pending. It should take a few seconds for it to go through. And there we go. Transaction's been confirmed. So we'll close out of this dialog here. And you'll see now I'm currently supplying 557 CRO. There's my daily earnings of 0.182 CRO. When you actually multiply that by 365, works out roughly to that 13% interest that was stated on the opening page. If we scroll down, there's the borrowing piece, again, which I'll cover in a later video, and interest rate models, as well as some market details. Right? These market details become a lot more important when you're borrowing, but again, just for completeness, just showing you different elements of what's in the app. All right, so go back to the top of the page here, and this is where you see your CRO. All right, so how much is there, how much has been earned and things like that. If you hit the hamburger icon in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, that'll bring up a menu that allows you to get to the markets or to your dashboard, but it also shows you how much Tonic that you've earned. So you see there I've earned 108,000 Tonic. So that's how much has been earned in the Tectonic app. If I click on the balance, you'll see it actually brings you to a bigger screen where you can actually claim it. So I just went ahead and claimed just to show you what the fees are. And again, similar to before, it's going to be 6.5 CRO to claim it. So I would highly suggest waiting till that balance is a lot higher to be able to claim it. And also don't forget to have CRO within your app to be able to pay for those fees. So I'll reject that transaction. And that's what it takes to stake CRO in the Tectonic app. Underwhelmed with the portfolio tracking found or absent within the Crypto.com app? Stay tuned for the next video in the series that will walk you through leveraging the free version of Microsoft Power BI to analyze and track your portfolio. Remember, if you're interested in Crypto.com and don't want to miss future videos, please hit the subscribe button down below to stay current with all things Crypto.com and for additional videos that go deeper into the Crypto.com ecosystem. If you found this content useful, please hit the like button so that other users can benefit from this content. I'm the Analytics CTO signing off and encouraging you all to hodl on.